Alright. Oh, why is chat not loading? That's weird. Uh, Hold on. Let me try and get chat. There we go. Chat's back. Let's post the link into my friends' Discord so that maybe they'll watch. And then let's get this thing going. Alright, and we're good. We're good. Alright. Sorry if I'm coughing. A little bit under the weather. Hoping by tomorrow I'll feel good. Yesterday was a little rough, but I'm already feeling a lot better. Just a slight cough. But yeah, we got week 24. First, we gotta look at the records for week 23. I have not been spoiled. I have not looked at anything. I promise. I did enjoy last week mostly. I think the last map, and I think most people agree with me, the last map was just not good, which is unfortunate. Alright, so we got Techie with the... What the 13, 4, 20... Oh, and away he goes. Uh, but... Excuse me, sir? Okay, I think Techie's the only person that could have possibly done that. Actually, no, that's a lie. Yeah, no, that's a lie. Everyone else definitely did that because, those times are way too fast. What a way, what a world record. What a strat. Should have known. Should have known better when you got the, reactor boosts on your maps. Alright, G. There we go. This is so silly. Of course, Techie being the, reactor god. Also, you see my ghost just being a dumbass and driving the normal path. But yeah, Techie being the reactor god, of course, does it much better than everyone else. 0.5 faster. 5/10 is crazy in a you know, a map like this. Actually, more than 5/10 is like 0.55. Unless, or no, it's 0.45. Almost 5/10. Still, absurd record. Who's gonna contest Techie on a reactor map? Let's be real. Should've known better. Should've known better, Nadeo. Alright, second one was this tech map. A little simple. I kinda enjoyed it for what it was though. So let's see. People are just about 0.5 ahead of me. So we're just gonna enable all the ghosts because I don't see anything crazy happening here. Actually, hold on. Let's go with Chris so we can see from the back. Just a much better start than me. Like, I think I actually lost all the time in the start. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, just very clean. Not jumping at all, which is interesting. I thought you'd need to jump into the finish just to avoid the little obstacle. But, no jump. Kind of interesting to see. Oh wait, we lost Creepy. Hold on. We'll just view Creepy's running and we'll move on. Getting a little bit of landing on the rail. Maybe that gains you some speed. That's really interesting. And it's just in the 4,000s. So very narrow margins, unlike last last track. But last track was a reactor map, so. Alright, this one was Mystery Snowpass. I kind of wanted to hunt it after I exited because I didn't really understand what was going on. I know I missed a couple paths, which is interesting. So, cool map. We can start with Sobs. So going, seems like they're all going left here, I think. And yeah, going for this hidden path I didn't see in my discovery and just going right into the finish. What? I thought they removed bug finishes in this game. Am I crazy? Okay, let's just view the world record. I uh, uh, I thought they removed bug finishes. What do you mean? Okay, interesting. I'm a little disappointed it's not the path that goes into like the little upper area isn't the fastest, but who thought you'd see a bug finish in Trackmania 2020? Alright, now I got NASCAR Fury. This is a map I did very well at, but I am a little bit of a NASCAR enjoyer. I like NASCAR a hell of a lot more than I like full speed. I know that opinion might get me attacked in the streets. So just about 0.6, 0.7 behind world record. Not bad. Oh wait. Yeah. Yeah, 0.6, 0.7. Just very clean. Hold on, I wanna... Where did I lose speed here? The start. I went out way too wide in the start. And I lost like a few tenths immediately. Probably lost another couple tenths in that turn. And I gained a little back here just because I have lower speed so I can go inside. But yeah, it's a start. I'm just going wide for no reason. Cool map though. I don't think we're gonna get NASCAR for a little bit, so if you don't like NASCAR, you'll be able to survive without it. Alright, now we have the final map. I hated this map. My PB was actually my first completed run. This map. Alright, let's see what's going on. Somebody's got the Lightning McQueen skin and the Steve skin. It's only fitting for a map like this. Okay, so jumping the very cool, very cute trick. Still don't like this map, but that is a cute trick. I like it. That is a cool strat. And Tsusui getting the world record. Despite the map not having water, it does have waterfall, so I suppose it's still a specialty, right? Let me see Tsusui's point of view. Oh, just a much cleaner start. That's really what it comes down to. Alright. So that's last week. Let's see who won. I'm actually not sure. We had a pretty diverse group. Tsusui won, Techie in second. So Tsusui must have gotten like strong but not top 5 records in every other map besides the last one. But it seems like we got a pretty diverse group of people placing well. Alright. Let's discover some maps, shall we? Map number 1, Blossom. Oh, I always forget to do that. Alright. Grass map, okay. Do you go outside there? I don't know. Alright. Let's try and figure out this map. I think this map is so wide that you have a lot of different lines you can take. Alright, I'm eating way too much grass there. Okay. Maybe you go outside, touch the road, and get like full inside to get the closer goal, but I don't know. Alright, let's just go through here. Actually, I don't know. Is it worth to go outside? Because the grass doesn't slow you down that much. Ooh, much worse line there. Alright, let's try and improve. Let's get a feel for a good time on this map. I don't think I quite have a good idea of what a strong time is yet. Keep going too wide. Let's see. Ooh, lost all my speed. Still got a new PB. I think minimum we should be doing sub 18 here. In my opinion. As for anything faster than a sub 18, I'm not sure. But I think sub 18 minimum is like a decent time. Like if there are some strats I don't know on this map, I could see it being like mid 17. Actually, no, sorry. Mid 16. But right now I'm feeling like a low 17 is the time to beat. Oh, didn't want to lose the gear there. Okay, this will be a PB. We're very close to sub 18. And my placement is improving pretty rapidly. So that tells me there's probably not a secret strat. At least when we're this late into the week. But yeah, I mean it's weekly shorts. You literally can't see the records. So what do we know? But I don't see any obvious like cuts or anything like that. Like you got so many checkpoints that you can't really, you know, reroute or anything like that. I do think the secret is getting enough speed to keep fourth gear up that uphill. That'll be the way to get a pretty strong time here. Because I feel like you should be able to keep fourth gear, I just haven't been able to. I just have just a little too, just not quite enough speed. Too wide. It actually might have been good, but I went too wide on the uphill. Oh yeah, I ate the gear. I was turning. But yeah, fun fact if you're a new listener, if you're turning while gearing up on certain surfaces, in particular ones that are slidey, so plastic, dirt, grass, you'll actually lose speed. And ice you can slide out if you gear up, or gear down. Oh. Okay, okay. See, now I'm not getting runs because I'm like going for these weird lines to try and get more speed. Oh, no, I had fourth gear. I literally lost as I touched the road. Definitely an interesting map though. For an 01 map on Weekly Short, like, yes, this is not, you know, anything crazy or like, you know, crazy hard map, but for an 01 map, normally they're a bit easier than this, which is interesting. But yeah, I want that sub 18. I don't know if I'm gonna get it at this rate. I'm just having trouble keeping a run going. Oh my god, come on. Oh, where'd I lose my speed? I must have touched the grass there. I like lost fourth gear at the road transition again. But I still had enough speed because I didn't gear down on the uphill. But I failed after. On. Let's turn off our ghost. Because I don't think my ghost is helping here. You keep seeing minus 20 speed on that turn because I geared down while turning. Or geared up while turning. Because I get fourth gear too early? Or I don't keep fourth gear in that turn. Maybe that's it. Alright, let's just do this. Alright. Come on. Sub 18 is super doable. It's just not free, that's all. The slightest of PBs. Not sub 18 though, not what we want. Okay, there we go. Oh, I went way too wide though. Slight PB, but I went way too wide in that final turn. I definitely could have done it. Okay, that one was just a bad attempt. Alright, few more. I know we're late, but still on a time crunch because I want to do Cup of the Night. Ugh, awful turn. Still almost caught up to my PB. That's how bad my PB's final turn was. Alright, lost gear there, so this run is dead. Alright, like 2 more. Again, lost my gear, gained a gear. Closer. Alright, last one. Awful turn. Unfortunate. Slight PB still. Not sub 18. Maybe we'll play it later. I don't know. Probably not, but good map. Good 0-1. I actually quite enjoyed that. Alright, next one up. We have our slow map. This looks like... I don't know what it looks like. I guess it's tech. Doesn't feel like a slow map though. Got a little bit of platforming too. This feels like a map they would have released in like the first season of Trackmania 2020. Like this would have been one of the first like green maps, for example. Alright, let's try and improve. Like I don't want to drift there. I want to just use the grass to make the turn for me. Give me a nice auto slide. Like you probably want as few drifts as possible. But you want to just do a little bit of grass, just the slightest. You don't want to slow yourself too much. Now I guess one thing I did notice is I don't think there's any checkpoints, right? Hold on, let's run through the map and actually pay attention to that. Is there any checkpoints? Maybe up here? No. Okay, no checkpoints. I don't know if there's an obvious way to get up though. Like, let's take a quick look. So start down here. Can't go left. Can't go right. I'm not seeing any obvious cuts. Unless you do something crazy there. Probably not. Okay. Just had to check because there's no checkpoints. Maybe there's a way to jump into the end from over there, but I don't see anything obvious and make that possible. I think I might be traumatized after seeing what happened to one of last week's weekly shorts. Is this slow? Or is it? No, it is. Still PB. Can definitely do better. You want to stay in as much road as possible. But you want to cut these corners as much as you can too. Cut too much there. Okay, slight PB. Again, we're fighting to get a sub 18 here. I think this one's actually slightly harder to get a sub 18 on. But might end up doing it anyway, despite that. I feel like there's less opportunities to gain time here, I guess, is the best way to describe it. Ugh. Okay. Not great. Not a great run. do appreciate that this is pretty different from the other slow maps we've had. And that this is like old Trackmania 2020 style. A little better. Where are we at? Almost top 100. Yeah, I think sub 18 is the time to beat. I don't know how much further past that. Probably at minimum mid 17 record. Unless there's a cut. There could be a cut, there's no checkpoints. I'm just saying that right now. I think it's that first corner. That first corner is going to determine a lot, actually. This corner and this corner are like the two choke points. Like everything else on the map is kind of free, but doing that corner is a little tricky because you need to you want a little bit of grass, just the slightest bit. And this one you need to go a little bit more on the grass because otherwise you end up on the grass on the other side. Oh, there we go. That's pretty good. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we'll play another minute. I don't think I'll get another PB. I think sub 18 was about the limit of what I'm gonna do within 10 minutes on this map. Okay. I get so greedy. I like really want to take that turn without touching the grass at all, but it's just not possible, I think. Okay. Oh, I feel fast here. Hold up. Oh, I lost my gear. I jumped that turn weirdly because I didn't expect to be that fast. Let's try that again. Like instead of touching the grass on the left side, touching it on the right side by going what? Okay, I say that and I just don't do it. Alright, let's just move on. Solid map. Not my most favorite slow map, but I think it's solid. I think it's, you know, different. It's fresh. A little bit of throwback even. Alright, number 3. Avoid the checkpoints. This is our puzzle map. What could they mean by this? Okay, big checkpoint. Interesting. So I'm gonna assume that the checkpoint way is not the way. Also the not enough checkpoints. I see. Okay. Let's try and figure out where we're going. Probably on this grass here. Yeah. Alright, well let's go intended path at the very least. Or what I have to assume is the intended path. Ooh, still missing a checkpoint though. I feel like the real end has to be up there then. Alright, hold on. Let's reset. We're gonna reset. We're gonna try and do that. Oh, there's a path to the left there. I don't have a finish, by the way, but there's a path to the left. Alright, is this a fake finish? I have enough checkpoints, quote unquote. Alright, let's take a look. What is going on in this map? Hidden booster there. I don't know how you're grabbing that with any efficiency, but sure. That's a booster. I thought that was an engine off block, so maybe we try this way again, but actually grab the booster. Is there anything else obvious? How are you getting to that? How are you getting to that? Like, actually. Alright, well first let's improve with the route we have. Just because our run was not great. And after that we can try and do a bit better on other in other places on this map. Alright. Over 2-second improvement. Not top 100, so I think my suspicions that there's a much better path are founded. In fact, I'm not even entirely convinced that that checkpoint is the, or that finish is the only finish. Alright, we're missing a checkpoint going this way though. Huh. Missing a checkpoint, huh? And we can't. Okay. That seems like a path, I suppose. So I think it's 3 checkpoints you need? Yes. So that works, but we have to optimize our path a little bit. Also that I just lazily went right through the checkpoint because I forgot what we were playing. I think that route can be faster. I just need to do this a little better. Okay, gotta stay on the left side there. That's 100% for sure. Penalty grass is too much. Alright, come on. I don't want to leave this map and feel like I'm still lost. That's my only goal. My only goal is to not feel completely lost with this map. Like, I think last week I was still a bit lost when we had to go away from it. Okay. Come on. We can improve. We just need to hit the run. Actually, what if we do this and just go left? Because I get that first checkpoint pretty quick. Slower though. I want to try the reactor. The reactor is like the shortest way I currently see, which makes it like the most. Okay, I guess we're going up this way now. Yeah, no, just slower. But the reactor is the shortest path I see. And shortest path is always good, especially when it involves a speed boost like a reactor. Oh, that was good, but I went too right and missed it. Alright, this is a little slow, but it's fine. Okay, it's not fine. Maybe I need to drift on the road. Maybe I just don't have enough space to you know, avoid the checkpoint otherwise. In a way that's not like super slow. Nah. Hitting the checkpoint there is so sad. Come on, I just want one run of this. And we can move on, I guess. I feel like there's at least one path I'm missing that's faster. But oh, I flipped. It would have been PB if I didn't flip there. If I did the other parts a bit cleaner. It's so hard getting the angle right there. It's just like getting right in between the checkpoint and having a good angle to go for the reactor after is hard. Yeah, maybe something like that. But oh, just come on, come on. I'm just going this way now. I just want a PB. Alright, we're gonna have to move on in a sec. I am slightly annoyed because I once again leave the pathfinding map feeling like I haven't found the path. You know? I'll give this a little extra time just because of that fact, but I really can't give it that much. PB! We did it. Alright. Top 100. Top 100 in the state. On these. Plus. Cool map. Alright, checkered up. The speed map. Let's see it. Super turbo boosters. Into plastic. Okay. The plastic uphill. Into plastic uphill. Cool. Alright, let's try and improve that. I feel like keeping a speed on that drift there is going to be super key. I wonder if you can jump up towards the ending area. That's like my one thought. Well, let's see where the checkpoints are. Checkpoint here. So checkpoint start. Checkpoint here. And then any others? Oh, one here, so you can't just skip it. Also, that was a decent run, I completely failed it. So I feel like no shenanigans on this map. As far as I can tell. As far as I can tell, there's no shenanigans. Just hold your speed, basically. Almost sub 18. Once again, it seems like all these maps sub 18 is the goal. I know it's like, yeah, they're supposed to be built for about 20 seconds. Like the auto time needs to be about 20 seconds, but it does feel about the same, like, length down to the second, or down to like the 10th. I think we need to start a drift earlier. Like so. Ooh, bad transition. As soon as we leave the plastic, we need to drift. That was bad though. I entered the plastic too early. I want to enter it late on there. Okay, this should be sub 18. Yes. Best time is gonna be sub 17, probably like a high 16. And that's what my guess is. I don't know. This map is fine. I'm probably gonna give it a neutral. I don't have like any actual issues with it. It's just a little It's just okay. It's just fine. It's just plastic with one drift. Just plastic uphills. Give it another couple minutes. That was a good start, I just forgot I needed to drift. Lost 5th gear. Alright. Now I'm jumping the plastic, which is not what you want to do. Okay. We'll do like 2 more, and we'll check out the LOL map. Maybe a PB? No. If I didn't jump there, maybe. That one I did use the curve on the other side to adjust my turn. So that might be the strat too. Like here, just use it to pitch your vehicle in the right direction. Last one though, last one. Even understanding that, I'm not interested enough in this map to continue. Bonk. Alright. Give it a neutral. Move on. Let's see. LOL map. Launch codes. Okay. I guess that's why the map got its name. A little bit of rally car bumper action. Bonk. Do you have to make sure you keep your grip there since you still have wet tires? Okay. Risky finish. Alright. Let's at least get a run with the risky finish. Cute idea. Certainly much better than last week. Oop. Oh, I had it lined up to go into the risky, but I hit the wall. Ooh, that was weird. I hit the wall at too much of an angle. You gotta be pretty straight. Which is unfortunate because that run was solid. This run is not. But we need plastic. We need practice. With this bump. Maybe? Yes. Okay. We got the risky fin. Top 100 NJ, so decent time. Alright. Play this for a little longer, try and get a solid time, and then we will do Cup of the Night. I have not looked at what the map is today either. We're going into it fresh. That's such a weird map. Oh. I think the real gatekeeper is not like these weird bounces. It's not getting not drifting super hard from the wet wheels on that turn. I just noticed my connection is failing a bit. I need to see what's up with that. I don't know why that keeps happening. Ooh, good start. If I got a good angle in the bounce there. Alright. But yeah, we'll see what Cup of the Night brings. In fact, play Cup of the Day yesterday because I just gotten home from my trip, and I got my best placement ever in Cup of the Day. Strangely enough, an ice map, and people seem to hate ice with a passion in this community. Hold on. I'm gonna try one or two more runs. I'm gonna investigate why my connection keeps dropping before we start Cup of the Night. I do have one thing I can try. I just don't normally use it. It's more stable, but my connection speeds are a lot worse. So I don't know if it can handle streaming. Ooh, good run. No. Alright. Last one for real. And let me try and fix my connection, I guess. Alright, let's see. Let me try this out. My connection might drop completely. Let me make sure this is connecting correct. Alright, let me see. Gonna have to minimize the game for 1 second. Also, plus map. Plus map. Alright, we're connected now. OBS drop at all? No. It seems more stable. Alright, we might have to do that from now. I've had bad experiences with my connection dropping. Well, not even drop. Well, it's still not. Still dropping frames, huh? That's so bizarre. I wonder if it's my computer. Kinda hate for it to be my computer. Might just be my ISP. So bizarre though. Hmm. Alright, well, we can move on to Cup of the Night in just a sec. I really need to figure out what's going on with my upload connection. Download seems fine, but upload seems to not be cooperating. So y'all probably aren't hearing any of this. But yeah, I think did okay. Nothing crazy this week. 71 in New Jersey, that's solid. About last 66. Mostly off the back of the NASCAR track. Makes sense. Alright. No, this connection's doing even worse. This connection's doing even worse than the other one. Alright. Back on the other connection. My upload speed seemed to be decent again. Definitely was a stuttery mess for a while. Probably still is. But gotta figure out what's going on. Alright, we got Dirty Blade. Doubt anyone was watching now because of how stuttery it is. Watching now because of how stuttery it is. But we'll keep it going through a Cup of the Night.